So in our last part, we talk about the body of knowledge, the publication effectivity sheet, the exam tips, time management, um, and uh, what will happen during the examination day, the documents you need to bring, what you should expect then, and a few tips. In this part, we are going to talk about the actual where you have to focus. So in order to focus, you normally have three or four leads. One is obviously the body of knowledge of publication effectivity sheet. One is the scorecard, as you can see here. Um, and then you can ask people who have attended the exam, uh, you know, then you try some mock exams and prepare yourself. So these are the three or four leads you have. Now, on a typical scorecard looks like this for API 570. So you should know about 571 damage mechanism. Obviously, they all not carry the same weight. I will explain in our training course, module 1 and 2, uh, why you should focus, say, on 570 and 574, because almost 50% of questions come from there. So in total, if you have a study 2000 page, the 510 and 570 is like 200 page, or even 570 is like 70, 80 page. So almost from each page, one question comes. Okay. So 80, 85 question come from 510, 572, 574 alone. Okay. The same thing for API 510, um, 5, if you're going for API 510, so 510 and 572, 50% of question come from there. Now, this is what a scorecard looks like. You should know about damage mechanisms. You see, this is the score, how much this candidate got a score. You need to know about data evaluation. They give you some calculation, or they give you, then you need either to do calculation or see which one is the relevant one, not relevant one. So sometimes what happens is API give you a question and give you some data, for example, and you just need only three of those data, but they give you, say, five or six. So it's not that for them to trick you. They want to know if you can differentiate between relevant or non-relevant data, okay? And inspection testing practices, that 572, 74 plays an important role. And inspection planning, inspection test plan, method statements, what you need to do, what you need to consider, like previous reports, the NDE procedures, and it says you should know about these different NDTs, like RT, VT, UT, MT, PT, and their limitation, their advantages, where they use this. For example, on PT, they ask you if there is a stainless steel vessel, do you use PT or MT? And obviously, MT you cannot use because it cannot be magnetized. So MT is not applicable. It's got a limitation. So you have to use PT. So you should know about advantage, disadvantage, the application, etc. What an inspection report, the NDE report looks like, you know, um, and piping design issues, design thickness, maximum allowable working pressure, and you know that when we say maximum design design pressure is always comes with the design temperature, because if a material, if you heat it up so much, it loses its strength. On the other way, and if it is too cold, then there can be a brittle fracture. So when we say design pressure is this much, that is for a temperature range, for a particular temperature range. It's not for every temperature. Pressure relieving devices, pressure safety valve, pressure relief valve, we should know about these. Um, and then repair and alterations. Repair when we are restoring piping or a vessel to its original condition. Alteration when we are changing in the sense that the physical uh, uh, operating windows we are changing. So that means alteration. Okay. And you should know the difference between them. You should know about the roles and responsibility, the client, the end user, the owner, or the end user, and the repair contractor and the inspector and the NDE. So who is who and what is their scope of responsibilities? Okay, you should know the general scope and general application, and you should know about welding. Okay, which is includes ASME Section 9 and API 577. So if you compare these with the other two core exam, you can see that damage mechanism, you know, NDE, welding, and most of these other topics also, and pressure relieving doses, they're exactly same, and the others are actually very similar. So I always recommend people who do 510, they do 570 and 653 or vice versa. Okay. So this is about uh, uh, the scoring area. Now, I just like to go and show you our training course because we got the module 1 and 2 for free, and we have a lot of exam tips, and we have a quiz which is free for you to study, and whatever I've said in detail, it is brought in module 1 and 2. And we have 4 type of courses. So if you're completely sure and you can interpret codes and recommended practices because they're difficult to interpret sometimes. Um, so you just want to check our mock exam package. You can buy this package, or if you want the highlights of publication effectively sheet also included, it's a premium package. And our full e-learning course is um, this one, and the e-learning plus 40 hours of classroom training are here. So spread over 5 weeks. So you can purchase this, and we hold the classes over 5 weeks, the 40 hours uh, as we go along. So if I go to one of them like this, our full e-learning course, it explains. It also is 4 months access you can have, and also renewable another 4 months for free. It's got 24 hours video, 322 lectures, 1100 question, and 3900 Q cards. And it's worth 60 CPD credit hours, a certificate if you want to recertify any society that you need to show continuing professional development CPD. So this might be handy. And you can go to our course content and find out there's a lot of animations, videos uh, from A to Z, and it tells each module what it covers. Okay. Now, if I go to, I want to go to, if you go to curriculum, you can study our module 1 and 2 for free. Okay, which talks about basic facts, important points, how do you do the application. The exam result is and normally you receive immediately an email after you finish the course that you is a preliminary pass or a preliminary fail or is a marginal, too close to call. So because API use scaling, so they want to see that it's the same level of difficulty for all the exams. So they do a little bit of adjustment. That's why it takes 24 hours till you receive your confirmed score by email. And within 3 days or 3 working days, you receive your certificate in your account that the certificate and the wallet card that you can print out. And within 2 weeks, you receive the actual certificate and wallet card by post. We brought some exam tips here that you can study, and we brought all the videos, and there is a benchmark quiz. So you can, go and remember these that, we said 15 to 30 minutes allow for reviewing at the end, all the flagged off questions. And we have a benchmark quiz, okay, and we have recertification quiz. Okay, so if you go to our recertification quiz, these are, you can click on this. We brought exactly the same way the API does that. So you can do a flag off button. Now, because I have done this, it's finished. the time has passed, so I can just refresh it. And then you have this flag up button, and you can click on this and see the answer, and also the reason and where you can find it. So most of our mock exam quizzes can come with explanation, so you can understand. So it's practically part of your training also, and then you can test yourself. And in module 2, I think, let me see, we talk about highest scoring areas. Okay. How to navigate through the documents and all that. I think in scoring areas, I'm trying to find out where we put the scoring areas. And this is okay. So the body of knowledge here, the basic facts, the important points. You can just go to the next one, and you can see our scoring areas, okay, and our important points. And now, if I go to module 3, this is how we structure it. We done NDE, all the NDEs, VT, even more than that, and the videos and the flashcards. And then on module 4, we have ASME section 9, introduction and builder qualification procedure, building consumable, WPS. There is a lot of flashcards here and cue cards that say, for example, this one with a lot of pictures in it. Okay. So what is a WPS? What's the joint design? What it looks like, where you have to find it in ASME, section 9. And then on module 5 is a building procedure, or a building inspection, or building processes. And it comes with a lot of flashcards again, that one. So it talks about the joints, so to give you better understand what the joint means, what each part, um, you know. And then all of these modules come with questions. There's a practice question at the end. Then there is 571. We explain all this in detail with a lot of flashcards and exam questions. And then module 7 is ASME B31.3. And module 8 comes with flanges, B16.5. And then after all this, we started the all-important 570, and very much in details. Okay, as you can see here with all the flashcards. And then we talk about 574. We thought you should know about do's and don'ts, and then how, which is inspection practice. Okay. And then ASME PCC2 comes with flashcards, then 576 pressure relieving devices, and then 578 PMI, and then we brought the actual from the publication effectively sheet, the highlights. Okay, the highlights where you have to focus on your study materials. You can see it's very, very extensive. There's probably 80 cue cards. And then we have flashcards. The difference is that we have interpreted all those and brought you potential exam question here. And then on the last module, we have all the quizzes, plus, as you can see here, for all the quizzes plus the mock exam here with explanations. And then at last, we brought some more document that you can download. It's for your own use if you want. Additional study material, they are optionals. So that's practically our how our training courses are structured. Okay. Now, if you have any question, you could ask me, or if you don't have any question, we can finish the part 2 of this webinar.
Okay, no, I don't have any question. You've been very, very clear and exhaustive. Yes.
Thank you very much. And lastly, I would like to mention that if anybody, regardless, have any question, technical queries, I'm Ash. Can contact me if you have any General queries like access, IT, courses, and all that is Masood, who we have a WhatsApp line. Normally, we answer within 1 hour or 2 hours. And we are CPD accredited. We are also API U approved.